Hello, Pokemon trainers. Welcome back to my Fire Red walkthrough. Today, it's Mayhem in Mount Moon. On our way to Cerulean City. Now, previously, I've done some leveling off screen. Magikarp's up to level 16. I've pulled out Butterfree and Pikachu specifically to try and train them up in here as well. Let's have a quick run through of the box and see where else we have progressed. So, someone's PC. We will just move Pokemon. So, obviously these ones are still in the box. They're finished. There's nothing more that we can really do with them at this stage unless they are useful for a gym in a future date. These Pokemon we are still utilizing. This one is for a trade a little later. We might move that over to box 13 for now. But yeah, we have Pidgeotto, Jigglypuff, which needs the Moonstone, and then we also have Nidorino and Nidorina. So we did end up finding a Nidoran female. Thank God. It took probably 3 hours, I reckon. We are still yet to run across a shiny, which is fine. Full odds in this game. So yeah, these ones we'll hopefully be working on today as well. I am tempted to teach Pikachu Thief to try and thieve some Moonstones off Clefairies. But that will be a decision I make later on in the run. But for now, Magikarp's got big dreams. There's going to be plenty of Zubats. And I'm also adding another level to the Proflocke rules. So moving forward, you can only use for gym battles the same amount of Pokemon that the gym leader themselves uses. So Misty, we only have 2 options. So that is why I'm hoping that Butterfree and Pikachu can have their moment in the upcoming battle. I do have a contingency plan if that one doesn't quite work out. But I've sort of been crunching the numbers and I think we can sort of get them there. So let's just make sure that... Are we still on set? We are. So we're going to go to shift. We'll change it to set for any Team Rocket battles. I've also acquired Leaf Green as well, so potentially in Cerulean City we might be able to do some link trading to advance the Pokédex even further. Now, our first encounter in Mount Moon is a Geodude. Alright. I'm going to shift to Butterfree for now because I think Sleep Powder probably our best bet. I don't even think it knows it yet, but maybe we can... No, we don't have it yet. Confusion should do decent damage without killing. Cool. Half HP. Let's see. We don't have many Pokeballs, just so we're clear. And I've got to catch Geodude, Zubat, Clefairy. Paris is in here as well, I'm pretty sure. So... and limited money, so we might need to make a run back to the Pokemon in Pewter City, but that's fine. We can do all that. Let's try a couple of tackles just to whittle it down, get it closer to that red. Electricity's power is weakened. Oh no, Pikachu, you're already at a disadvantage, but now you're even more of a disadvantage. Alright, so one more tackle should get it. Yep, alright, cool. And we high rolled with 2 crits. Cool. The run enders, critical hits. Alright, hopefully it stays in this one. 1, 2, 3, and we're good. Can't remember if you can catch Onix in Mount Moon. I don't think you can, but we'll see how it goes. So Geodude is added to the team, to the run. Bullet Seed, handy. There's another one that we need, a Zubat. Alright. Let's see what level 16 Magikarp can do damage. Wow. Okay. Please do less. Alright, sweet. And we missed. Alright. He's got big dreams, but boy is he flailing. We might be okay. We still can whittle. Just whittle Zubat down. Preferably the game audio isn't coming through the microphone. Move that down a touch. Alright, that's probably going to be good enough. Alright, let's try our luck. Alright, Zubat caught, Geodude caught. Now it's just Paris and Clefairy. Give a nickname for Zubat, no. Okay, cool. Take the box. Now I'm going to switch chain Magikarp for now. He's going to be sort of the focal point of this sort of area to start with. We might even switch him in with Butterfree against these, just so that we can get that confusion. And obviously we are quite good at handling those little leech lives. Now this is my first time entering into Mount Moon as well, I should say, just because I have literally spent the entire time training in the grass below Mount Moon before this point. It has been a slog, I'm not gonna lie. But here we are. Alright, what was this one? Paralyze heal. Alright. So my idea is, at the current moment, we can't obviously over level Charmeleon, Mankey, these ones, but Mankey is kind of going to be an XP sponge for now while I train up Magikarp, especially against Geodudes and things like that. Butterfree will handle all the Zapdoses, and then eventually we will probably switch train Pikachu, as he's going to be the prio attacker against Misty at this stage. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Switch to Butterfree. Now I know I probably could have done all this off stream, but I kind of wanted to include the Mount Moon run in the stream, in the videos. I wanted to... How did we get that speed? That is insane. Or did it... Was it because I... No, definitely not because I switched. Like, that was... That's insane. Right, here's handy. Let's send Magikarp back in. Maybe Magikarp can handle Pikachu. Those Hardens are going to just... make this unbearable, isn't it? Yeah. What's this second tackle gonna do? Okay, that's pretty much the same damage, so we're probably doing 3 damage, I want to say. Now we're doing 1. We're probably gonna just whittle it down from here. But it is free XP. If we can high roll with a crit, get lucky with maybe a 5 damage to the Kakuna, that'd be great. Nope. Right, we're about to get to yellow. This is a crazy battle. It's good XP though for Magikarp. Probably going to be 100 plus, which is a 10th of its XP bar, thereabouts. So it's all worth it. Alright, we are at max defense for Kakuna, so we need to try and high roll a crit somewhere. How many more tackles? I've got 21. Okay, we should finish this battle within 20 more tackles. As you can still see, Charmeleon is currently the only constant member of the team at this stage. But again, the idea of this playthrough is to create variety and diversity through the team composition and utilize what you need for each challenge that sort of presents itself. Oh, I'm poisoned. Alright, we're poisoned. We're gonna... Hey! There we go! Alright. And they missed the stun spore. So So we are actually going to nickname this Pokemon because I have a plan for it. Magikarp. Pokemon. So I do have a role on my playthrough for Paris. He will be my field researcher. So once I put in some more time and get it to a point where he can evolve into Parasect with Spore and False Swipe, he will be the Pokemon that I use to catch Pokemon moving forward. So we have a plan. It's just not right now. I don't believe that he has I don't think he has Spore yet. I think that's through level up. So if we get a move Pokemon, go over to Paris. Summary, Calm Nature, which I think is fine. I think Calm raises defense, which is fine. Effect is Spore, so that's handy. He has Stun, Spore, and Scratch. So yeah, we will eventually put some time into Mycelius. But right now, our goal is to level up Magikarp, get through Mount Moon, and find Clefairy, as well as a bunch of Moonstones. We'll just beat down Magikarp. Damn. Wow, she hit me 5 times. What are the odds? Oh. Karate Chop. High crit ratio. We did get one, but it doesn't matter. Cool. Still did plenty of damage. Probably going to need to come back through here at some point as well. See, I kind of I know you can find the Thief TM in here, and I kind of want to hold on to using it, but at the same time I might teach Pikachu just to steal some Moonstones off Clefairy. I'm not 100% decided yet. Might just, depending on how easily we catch the first Clefairy, we could just catch, I think we can catch them holding Moonstones. So we're going to go down here, and keep going. There's another Paris. Well, Spore is a little scary, so we'll just switch train it to Butterfree as it is poison types. Pure grass, is it? It's fine. It's totally fine. Wow, we didn't kill. That's crazy. I mean, we did, but we must have really low rolled on that one. Right, there's a Team Rocket Grunt, so. Oops, no, we want that to set. Oh, that was cool how it sort of moved up. Don't remember it doing that. That's fine. That's fine. let's just. Okay. Yeah, this is not a winning match for me. All right. Switching. Critical hit. So it means that I can't switch. He's probably going to clear this himself. Critical hit. Good thing Karate Chop has a high critical ratio. He just got back to back. Okay, we can switch training. We can switch Butterfree here and steal some XP for Butterfree. I know that I'm not going to one-shot, because I wasn't one-shotting the wild Zubats. I'm not one-shotting myself. Hey, there we go. High roll, maybe crit. Let's do kill. As long as we don't miss, and we can heal. 5 Pokeballs left. Good thing we only need to catch one more, I think, to catch everything in this point. I'll confirm that though. Might use this so that we can keep moving as well. I want to try and keep this as fluid as possible. Or we can switch the battle style back now to shift. Star Piece, that sells for a bit. That'll get us some more Pokeballs. Paris. 3 out of 4 Pokemon that we need to catch, so that's huge. First miss with just keep on moving. Paris. Be in trouble. Should hit level 11 here. Special attack went up too. Speed went up. Right, before we get too much further, we might head back to the Pokemon Center, which means my potions that I used earlier kind of wasted. That's right. Don't. This should, I think. Okay. What we might do as well is we might just run back to the mart as well before we go too far. We get some more Pokeballs, some more potions, maybe some paralyzed heals, it would seem. To try and make that as clean as possible. Let's quickly run back. That star piece will come in handy. Battle for these, so back to Pewter City. Beautiful grey Pewter City. Alright, let's sell the star piece. Yeah. Don't have anything else. Oh, now we buy. Let's buy. What can we get? 32. So let's get 15. That gives me 20. I've got one. So if we get 4 of these, that'll probably see me through most of the playthrough, to be honest. We might buy 3 repels. I think that's pretty good use of the cash flow there. Handy little bump with the star piece, and then we head back. Crazy to think that in the original games, the outlines to some of this was just like diamonds essentially. And now they're like, you can kind of just see that they're now more rocks and stuff. And we're back! We're back! Let's keep moving. Okay, Butterfree can okay this. Also means we get some cheeky little speed EVs as well. So we'll just remind that obviously the lock part of this is obviously we can't over level. You know, 21 is the max. So Charmeleon being level 18, Mankey being level 17, they're sort of already pushing that sort of 4-level window, and we still got to do Nugget Bridge and all that. So it's going to be a little bit of an XP sort of juggler, I guess. But obviously we will be catching more Pokemon, having more Pokemon that we have to train, so it should balance it up quite nicely with all the switch training and stuff that we're going to have to do. We'll just see how it all goes. Magikarp's obviously the biggest hurdle at the moment, with it being just so slow to level up. It's going to take some time, and obviously that's why we're switch training and all that kind of stuff here. But having the trainer battles through the element should hopefully accelerate this a little bit, given that I was literally training it against wild Pokemon at level 7 and it only just being able to beat them. So we just keep on keeping on at this stage. Butterfree might actually hit level 15 before Magikarp hits level 17. Trainer. I think this guy uses Volt, if I'm not mistaken. Jolba. Okay. I think the Steel typing is in this game, so we're going to switch to Mankey. Just because I feel that, although Charmeleon is probably the better choice, I don't want him to sort of accelerate too fast, and of course we get paralyzed. No, I have that. Let's go there. Let's just. It's super effective! Big, 103. And there's the Voltorb. Alright, sweet. Switch back in playing with the Magikarp. This might be enough to get to level 17, which is obviously going to be a big step. Switch back into Mankey. Although I think Voltorb stays pure electric. I don't think it actually gets the Steel typing. Be well, right? Let's find out. Please don't be paralyzed. Please don't be fully paralyzed. Yeah, he just stays pure electric, but that's okay. Well, we get to level 18 with Mankey. There we go. Alright. We're going to have to use that Paralyze Heal. We found a potion. I think there's a rare candy in here as well, which would be huge. Already using one, Mankey. And as you can see, Mankey moved forward twice there. I think the closer they move, the more they the higher their friendship is. So that's a good way to check it as well. Right, this will surely get Magikarp to level 17, which, in theory, with the rare candy, we could potentially utilize that to sort of dodge that level 19 to 20 grind and sort of spread that XP out somewhere else. I think that might be the cleanest way to do it. It also means that we can open up a slot in our party area to bring another Pokemon in and start sort of leveling them up. But that is what the Proflocke sort of forces you into. You're sort of forced to, I guess, plan where you're going to be giving XP and the most important things for using XP on. Especially given that until you get the VS Seeker, battles are kind of... the trainer battles are so much more important because you want the Pokemon that are going to be tricky and difficult to level up to get as much XP out of as possible. And something like a Magikarp, like, it can't beat a Sandshrew. It can't beat a level 14 Clefairy. No, it could be a level 25 Magikarp, and I think that level 14 Clefairy is still going to body it. So, you know, getting it to level 19 and maybe giving it a rare candy is probably going to be the best way to do it. But we'll see how it sort of pans out. If this guy has a Kakuna or a Metapod, that would be muchly appreciated for my Magikarp. Really slowing me down. Cool. Critical hit. That could be the first one. Metapod. Alright, Magikarp. You have a chance to gain some solo XP. Alright, it's a solid 4 damage. Solid 4. Surely you high roll with a crit at some point. Nope, not today. Not today, he said. Oh, I think that might have been a 2. And then that means this one will be 1 damage. Or unless that is literally 1, and we can't do any less than 1. Ha 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 ha! Yes! Critical hit! You've just been critical. Put him in critical care. Free. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a big accelerator. So let's switch to the Butterfree here because that Caterpie is definitely going to be able to do 37 damage to him. I mean, just crit. He dodged a crit. Crit back, Butterfree? Give it a crit. Let's take crit me again. Oh, right. You did lose. That's correct. Right, let's head out over here and see if there's anything else on this side. Special attack off the last level. Just a cheeky little 30 XP. Alright, escape rope. Good thing we didn't buy one of those. Now, I think there's something in this. I think there's a moonstone up here actually. If my memory serves me correctly, in the rocks up here, there is a moonstone. Let's push it to your limits here. He is coughing and beating. Okay. Can't quite open on level 10. It's okay. Unless he crits me, he gets a high roll on the crit. Some potions just so that we can keep this moving. I did buy some for this exact reason. Kind of pointless to use one now because it's only healing for 10, but I feel like there was potentially a moonstone in here. There's a Zubat, that's for sure. I might be thinking of the original games, but that's so I'm just going to refresh some of the rules now while we're sort of going through this sort of monotonous little, so we've got a quick there for 2. So the rules are, you can catch everything up to the city where the gym leader is. So for example, obviously with Cerulean City, we can go up to Bill, then go through Proflocke and then do SSN and all that kind of stuff, right? But in order to sort of keep pacing with everything and all that kind of stuff, I think it's important that we sort of get to the key battles and keep that sort of moving. So when I say up to, I'm talking we get through Mount Moon, Route 5 I think is the next route off the top of my head, and then we're in Cerulean City and we've got north of Cerulean City. And that's it. That's as far as we can go. We can't progress the story until we beat the city. Then you can go through the house, get dig, move down to Vermilion, do all that kind of stuff. But I think it's important to sort of, you know, although we're checking off boxes with the Pokedex and all that sort of stuff, it's important to still be progressing with the story and not just sort of aimlessly moving forward. Way bigger in here than I thought. Oddish. Okay. Is this going to be Oddish Bellsprout? To sort of show... Butterfree should still be able to handle this. Oddish is a poison type. Confusion. Probably won't Oko, but it will definitely do big damage and take no damage, which is great. which just means Butterfree can't dodge as easy. +3 for HP there, that's huge. Only a +1 special, that's alright. Yeah, that's the best grab. Alright, so we just switch in Magikarp. We're almost halfway through level 17. That's positive, that's good. We're advancing. So the goal here is I want Butterfree sort of level 18, level 19 for misting. The goal with Pikachu as well is to sort of have Pikachu sort of at 19 to 20. I've got a sort of a plan drawn up of how I want the battle to sort of unfold. Obviously, there's no guarantees here, but we'll get to that when we get to misting. I kind of want it to still be a test. I want the gym leaders to be a test of team building. Like, I could go out there and I could get 6 Pokemon all at level 21 and just brute force the gym. Like, we can all do that. But I wanted there to be a little bit of nuance, a little bit of strategy, and sort of have to think your way through and not just brute force the game. Everyone wants to rush to the ending so that they can do all the post-game stuff, and that's fine. There's no issue. But this one I wanted to be a bit of a journey and a bit of a self-imposed challenge, I guess. So that's where we're here with Proflocke. I think this is Thief, from memory. Yep. Alright, and then we go down here and we switch it to Set. Battle this guy, and I think there's something in that single rock over there as well. Butterfree. Just so Zubats. Oh, I've got 7 confusions left. We need you to start echoing Butterfree. So my plan is to use Butterfree to catch Clefairy as well. Sleep Powder once it eventually learns it, and then Tackle. Probably going to be the 2 main ones. Alright, well, Butterfree can just deal with this, I guess. Oh! Critical hit! Cool. So you are good. I'd say I'm pretty good. Right, back to shift. Ether. Oh, that's actually very handy. Thing is, Butterfree is running low on confusions. Another trainer here. That gets us. That lets us progress. Choice for this, and that is Mayhem. Oh, what a... God, I hate crits. They giveth and they taketh. I'll switch switch in from Magikarp. This right, that's okay, because we're not going to use them in the region title anyway. And Zubat. At least that means Butterfree can come in and take some of the stress off Mankey. Should be another level 11. Level 10. Does mean though that we may need to start running from some of those wild Pokemon a little more, or just I haven't thought of really what to do. Tackle should take this out. Actually, it may not. It'll hit for neutral. Sure. I was gonna say if Tackle didn't kill. Oh. Potion on Mankey as well here. Just surely you can handle a Zubat. Bold strategy cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Oh god. Oh, you're kidding me. Literally 1 HP. Pretty sure you challenge us to a battle. Yeah, that last Zubat took 17 of my HP. So we're just going to switch into Butterfree. He still has more HP than level 17 Magikarp. This should definitely be okay. Big +2 to special attack and HP, which is massive. Yeah, we'll teach Poison Powder, that's going to help out if we ever have to stall. What's this? This is a Moonstone. Okay, there's one. Anything in these rocks here? No? Okay, now I'm pretty sure this hiker battles you. I can't remember exactly what he has. Part of me wants to say he has a brains. Let's just try and steal some more XP. I mean, once we beat this hiker, we could probably run back to Pokemon Center, heal for the final push, maybe propel my way through this area. Potentially, we'll see what happens with this. You shock me, or you just a kid? It's just a kid. No, it's just got to be into him. Don't know why I thought he had an Onyx. I think I'm thinking of the guy right to me. Use the switch here. And just switch here, use non-existent leg. Oh, this next level is going to be tough. Once we get a little bit of a head start on this battle. We get obviously this Geodude and the next one. But man, do I need to find a way to get him beat up to it. Hack the bone! There we go. One more level. He does have an Onyx. I was right. God, genius. I don't think it's going to give enough XP though. Damn it, Onyx. Would have been a good one to switch Butterfree into. I don't think it has any rock moves either, though. So potentially could have been fine. This should be. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, let's just forge on ahead, I guess. Check any of these. Hits Charmeleon in the stomach and it pretends to faint, and then the Paris evolves. Or at least it gets like super cocky. Let's see. This is where I think we can start to find the fairies. So we'll keep switch training Magikarp until he's level 19. Rare candy and put it straight in the box. Done. Background. What's up here? There's something. Look. That's kind of that's handy. That's handy. Team rocket right. Hey! Oh, I don't have sleep powder. I don't think this definitely shouldn't be okay. Although we can crit. That's getting a little bit. Let's hit it with a tackle. Alright, that's fine. I think we can get away with one more tackle because it has ground meat. Wow, it is just hitting me with everything. Has a very low catch rate from what I can remember, so without it being sleeped. Hey! First ball. Not even close, baby! Rare and difficult to find. No, we will not give it a fairy the nickname. Do I have an awakening? Do I use the escape rope from here? Because Butterfree kind of needs to keep getting XP. I guess we find a Zubat, switch in Butterfree and just use up the turns, essentially. Because it's only going to take 1 HP. Maybe 3 to Astonish. Must be a good trade. fast asleep. Goddamn, a little bit tired. It's been a couple of days. I've had a very stressful last few days, to be honest with you. Where we rent, the owner of the house had put it up for sale, so there was a big nothing like that. I still haven't got any sort of confirmation yet, but you know, it's just a lot of stress. Not just for me, but for my partner as well. She's handled it like a champ, so you just keep pushing on. So what I'm going to do, is I've decided what I'm going to do. We're going to switch this to set. We're going to advance through here, and I'm going to get through Mount Moon. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to stop there at the exit of Mount Moon. I'm going to end this episode. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back. And we're going to continue to sort of train these Pokemon. Before I get too much further ahead, I sort of want to be at that 15-16 level for Butterfree and probably Pikachu as well, just to sort of catch them up. Oh, why did I switch into Butterfree? It's meant to be Mankey. Just Spirit XP through waves if it attacks me again. I'm going to split it 3 ways. I'm afraid that he doesn't crit me again. Hype. Oh my god, I would have died. Such good XP. We should still make her karate chop. 258. Oh. 129 XP. Alright. We're definitely going to need to heal. This set style makes it very difficult to get XP onto the Pokemon you want. That's right, we're going to burn through as many potions as we need to right now. And if that means Charmeleon has to do a little bit of heavy lifting at the end, that's totally fine. Might even use Geodude as a clean switch. Try and get some chip damage and then go from there. Just autopilot. I think I want to save a couple of confusions for this. I think it's a super nerd at the end with the fossils. Potentially. The fact that I'm running low is a little worrying. That was a nice little run without finding anything. Kind of. Let's switch in Mankey. Let's go for a scratch. Let's see if we can. So I'm pretty sure you can catch Clefairy holding a Moonstone. Pretty sure. So, let's pray that this doesn't kill. Huge. Don't. Okay. Alright. No chance. We're 2 from 2 on Clefairies. I'd love to know if they've got Moonstones. Right, as you can see, we're sort of coming towards the end now. Switching for Mankey, which will probably get into level 19, I think. Which is where I love Magikarp to be. Alright, we've got one more Team Rocket run. Searching out how many Moonstones are actually in their room, so I can work out what my plan is next. Oh, I think I'm still in, I should still be set. And then we can switch, actually we can just switch into Butterfree here. And he can sort of cleanly handle this. Infusion and then attacking should be enough. Whoa! Butterfree's getting stronger. So now I can turn it to shift, and then we can sort of, what does Magikarp still need? Please don't be heaps, please don't be heaps, it's still heaps. 717 XP still. After I've done, like, I've gone all the way through Mountain Raising and I've gained 2.5 levels. Butterfree's gained 3, which is insane. Mankey gained 1, so like... God damn! I mean, it didn't kill rocks, level 12, so that makes sense. Like, Crunch, I was just SEO for all. Down into the 600s now for Magikarp. Alright, the scientist. Actually, him. Surely. Yes. Brilliant. So, I guess the fork in the road is I can teach a Pokemon Thief and farm Clefairies to get 2 more Moonstones. But I think that's all you need. I think you only need 4. Jigglypuff, Clefairy, Nidorino. I think that's all evolved from the Moonstone. So that's 4 more Pokemon in the Pokédex. Which probably puts me close to 30? Oh, let's check my progress. Yeah, that'll put me at exactly 30 out of 34, which would probably be 36 once I beat this guy. Because I think he uses Coughing Grimer, I want to say. Let's just go. He's a super nerd. He's got 3. That's a miscalculation on my behalf. I hope Butterfree's going to be able to handle this. That's good. Maybe we start with a tackle, try and whittle it down a little bit. Okay, that's one way to answer my tackle plan, but I still think I can get it down a little lower into sort of confusion range. Don't you dare disable confusion. What does this do? Oh, come on. I'm not going to waste my other confusion. I'm just going to wait till I become less disabled. So we'll just still shot here. I am disabled no more. Could switch into Magikarp. Just finish it with Magic. If it hits him once, it's this is so bad. This is where we're at. There we go. Right. Now I don't even think this will kill, which means he could technically disable me again. Got lucky. Cool. At least the harden difference buffs don't flow over to the other Pokemon. Alright, 115. Cool. Voltorb. Alright, that means we can use like Mankey potentially. Cool. And then if the last one is coughing, we can just use Confusion with Butterfree, which should 2-hit KO. Switching to Mankey. I hate how these episodes end up being closer to an hour. I just wanted to sort of clean 45-minute, 30-45-minute episodes, but there's just so much to do. And I don't have the editing skills at the moment to really cut the fat out of it. Butterfree, this is where you get to shine, buddy. Might even hit level 14 off this. Let's see what one of these does. Oh, big damage. Oh, big damage. Technical one-hit KO? Technical knockout. And level 14, as predicted. We get plus 3 to HP now. Yep. Nice little plus 2s, that's big. Stun Spore, yep, we'll get rid of String Shot for that. And then we just need to teach him Sleep Powder. Oh, wow. Good stuff, good stuff. What's this one? This is Lord Helix. That's what we will take. Alright, so, to finish this episode off, first off, I will show you guys that this is the exit. I'm kind of happy with how the XP has sort of been given out. Like, Chameleon still isn't level 19. Like, we're chilling below the level caps. This is going to be a real fun challenge this next gen. I've got some ideas for if Plan A fails, but I think Plan A is going to be pretty good. Alright, so just to show that this is in fact the exit of Mount Moon. There you go. And you can teach Mega Punch and Mega Kick from these guys here, which probably isn't a bad idea, really. perhaps, or something. Is there anything down here that we can look at without me going past the point of no return? So, to be fair, once you guys go past this point here, there is no going back to Mount Moon. So you need to take that into account. You step into Cerulean City and you can't go back until you get Cut and the ability to use Cut. So just keep that in mind. See if there's anything down there. So yeah, alright, let's just quickly knock this last little bit out. I am probably going to work my way back to the other Pokemon Center quickly, just so that I can check for Clefairies, make sure that I haven't got any extra Moonstones just chilling there for the year, and I'm probably going to deposit Mankey and Charmeleon, just so that they're not going to keep sponging XP. Team Rocket is still here. I would have thought they all would have vanished. I wonder if they stay there post. That'd be interesting to return here after you've finished the game. See if they stick around in here. I mean, the Loki probably would have okay because there's a 10 on the difference, but Karate Chop definitely will. Alright, we're looking pretty good, all things considered. I think I have one more confusion left on Butterfree. Wasn't enough. What? How far short were we, honestly? 51 XP. Which means a Zubat isn't going to be enough. Yeah, we need another Zubat. Actually, no. A Zubat could be enough. It technically could be enough. He has to earn it himself. Big crit. This is it. Magikarp can sense what's about to happen. He wants it. And now, he can have it. Because of that win, we saved this for a very valid reason. It is time. You've earned this, Magikarp. Enjoy what you are about to become. There he is. The atrocious Pokemon, Gyarados. Let's have a look at his stats. God damn. And he would have been pretty much bang on. Look at that, 10,000 XP points to get to level 20. 10,000 exact. Damn, that's a good way to finish it. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of our episode 4, Mayhem in Mount Moon. I'd like to appreciate I appreciate anyone that stopped by and checked it out and enjoyed any of it. And if you did happen to enjoy it and you watched, you know, more, if you watched more than 5 minutes and found this video enjoyable, please feel free to just drop a like, maybe subscribe. Feel free to write a comment. I'm going to be doing this all the way through. This will be an ongoing series. But yeah, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode.